Hell hath no fury like that of a woman scorned, as Theo Silverton finds out next week when he's left reeling after learning of his wife Danielle's new relationship. After a painful restorative justice session off the back of lamping conversion therapy preacher Noah Headley, Todd Grimshaw finds himself becoming privy to some particularly juicy information regarding his boyfriend Theo's wife, Danielle, learning that she is now in a relationship with the wicked preacher. When asked if her character's new relationship meant she'd put her marriage to Theo in the rearview mirror, Natalie told us, "Honestly, I don't think she's there. I've had this conversation with James, who plays Theo. It's such a rushed relationship. She had the fling with Jason, then this is another big thing. There's two things going on. One is trying to show Theo what he's missing with his family life. This is what he's throwing away. And there might be an element of her trying to fill the void. Danielle and Theo were married for 19 years, that's a huge amount of time. I've been with my husband 20 years and can't even imagine him not being around. It's a little bit of a rebound." Noah and Danielle have known of each other and grown up together through the faith with Theo. She has a line about the history between Noah and Theo and says it was their business. She believes Noah was just trying to do right by him. They've all come through the church upbringing together. Felt for her like a natural person to fill the void of Theo. But also it's probably quite pointed. Of all the people she could have dated, it's someone who made his life quite uncomfortable as he was part of Theo's conversion therapy. As Theo, Danielle and their kids come together at the bistro, Todd is quick to spill the tea regarding what he's learned, leading to another violent altercation for the fractured family, with Theo accidentally striking his son, Miles. Does Natalie think that Danielle would have revealed the news off of her own back? She says, yes, from a perspective of co-parenting she was planning on telling him, and was probably waiting to manage her own feelings first, before Todd steals her thunder and throws her under the bus. On the bistro confrontation, Natalie says, it all gets a little bit heated. Miles in particular is very upset with Todd. He goes for him and Theo tries to stop him. In the melee, this incident happens where Miles ends up with a bloody nose. For Danielle, Todd is at the root of all of this. Whether it was an accident or not, Todd has spoilt this and is the thorn in their side. Todd seeks advice from his ex Billy Mayhew, who calls round and sees bedding on the sofa and implores him to speak with Danielle, who's since banned Theo from seeing his kids. On how that particular conversation goes, Natalie teases, her kids are her life, she'll do anything to protect them. When Todd reaches out, she does want to take that seriously, until Todd starts being Todd and tries to manipulate the situation and throws his little daggers in there. She's not having any of it and has to go back to the drawing board. Playing those scenes was brilliant. When Natalie was asked what's to come for Danielle, she said, as you can imagine, it does get messier and more heated. We fall into two camps between Danielle and Theo, and the children will be caught in the middle of that. It is difficult, and representative of a lot of families going through messy divorces. That's been amazing to play, and it's not something I've done before. There's a lot of figuring out what's next and figuring out what's best for the children. When it starts to become a legal thing, how nasty does that get? It's one thing trying to sort it out between yourselves, but when it gets to that next level, things becomes more weaponized. There are some calculating things coming up. I'm not sure the audience will still be on Danielle's side after that. On her own journey to the heralded cobbles, Natalie describes her excitement and delight at joining the nation's most famous street. Being in the Grimshaws with Sue Cleaver and Ryan Thomas, oh my god, I'm in Coronation Street with Eileen telling Jason off. I almost forgot I was in the scene, I was just watching their spat. I was meant to have left and just stood there in the doorway watching it. Amazing. My first scene in Roy's roles with David Nielsen was incredible. Getting to shout my head off in The Rovers at Tina O'Brien was another highlight. That was proper.